What's going on? Happy Monday. I am Claude Perry. This is the Mastermind call for Mondays. So, as you know, I like to get right into it because you give me your time. My goal is to give you guys a ton of value. So, today, talking about how to sell FE, Final Expense Life Insurance. So, for those you don't know what final expense life insurance is, may write this down. There's probably 2 to 3 major kind of insurance you're going to sell. One, final expense. That's a senior or someone that's over 60 years old. Their primary goal is to make sure when they pass away, they have the burial, cremation paid for. They're not worried about leaving the kids money. They're not worried about paying off the home. Their primary concern is if they pass away, that no one has to do a GoFundMe account for their funeral or cremation. That's the first kind of customer. Second, mortgage protection. This is somebody that just bought a home or refinance, usually are a little younger, have a family. They're trying to make sure if they pass away, the significant other, wife or husband in most cases, has somewhere to live without trying to reconfigure the bills. Third kind of person, you're gonna have, fixed annuities, IULs, what they call an advanced market sale. That's usually somebody that already has life insurance. They're trying to reallocate money from the 401k to put it into a tax-free tool that can give them income later in life. So today we're gonna focus on a final expense life insurance. So this is what I know. Well, first off, let me tell you the story, right? So for y'all don't know, I have sold insurance hand to hand, face to face, Zoom, every way you can imagine for the past 8 or 9 years, right? I still remember this day. Well, there's 2 big days that I'll share with you guys. And fact check me, scroll the YouTube channel, the video on these things. There's a lady who I sat with her home. I sat with her in her home. I believe it was Hayward, California, and she got to talking about when her brother passed away, how he was a military veteran, how he passed away, and she got a call from Walgreens. Yes, Walgreens, because he passed away, heart attack in Walgreens, and he had a number on his bracelet. It was her phone number. And as she talked me through the traumatic situation where him falling out in Walgreens, not making it to the hospital, passing away, trying to find funds to pay for everything, what really rung out to me was this. My dad was a veteran, right? So had 4th of July. I love our holidays. I'm a big patriot, I believe. I love this country, best country ever. So if you're a veteran, thank you for serving. But unfortunately, a lot of veterans have the belief that there is some funeral paid for. It's all paid for. It's all good. They never need to have no other costs or things paid for. That's a myth. So his sister went on to tell me what I already knew, that the government pays up to a certain portion of the cost of the plot and the service and all the expenses, depending on which rank he's in, depending on which year he passed away. There's so much that goes into it. It's not the case of, oh, you were a veteran, it's paid for. So she went on to share with me at our kitchen table how they had to ask for donations, ask churches, car washes, you name it. And unfortunately, they didn't hit their goal, and he had to settle for, I believe, what the government wanted, and it was for him to be shipped off somewhere else that's not near where she can get to. She's in the Bay Area. It was somewhere like in Arizona, where now she has probably never seen her. She had not seen her baby brother, after that. And not to get long, you guys, but if you have never lost a spouse or a parent or a sibling at this magnitude, where you guys are that close, and now in her mind, visiting him at the gravesite would have brought them closer, because of the financial obligation of life insurance and the lack thereof, that opportunity was not there for her. So that was one occurrence that really changed my career. The second was, I'm not sure if you have made calls before, but if you have not, let me tell you, you're gonna call someone and they're gonna say, "Don't come by. I don't want it. Change my mind. Already have it." At that point, if you are the kind of agent where it's a local lead, it's in your city, it's in your backyard, and your goal was to go sell them in person, you have one or two options. Option one, you could get mad, ball the lead up, say, "Oh, that person is this, they're that." Or you can go, "You know what? I'm going to resolve the lead. They're going to have to tell me no in my face," like I was. And I would go, door knock them still, show up to their home, and I would literally close 65% of people in person that told me no on the phone. But the importance of this story is because this family, I get kind of most thing about it. I probably waited like 2.5, 3.5 weeks. For my honest with you, it's like I can't remember exactly. It was like almost 4 years ago, but I waited like over 2 weeks to resolve the lead. And I knocked on their door, and I used to wear a black polo shirt, slacks, dress shoes back in the day, to homes, and knocked on the door with my bag, and house full of people. I'll never forget. They opened the door. It was almost like they were expecting me. They opened the door, told me to come in. And if you are an agent that goes in person, usually there is some conversation at the door a little bit just to get in, right? Even if you're in an appointment, they almost like see me without knowing my name, push the door open, and set me down at the kitchen table. "Here, have a seat." And I'm like, they didn't know who I was there for. And they said, "You're here for Walter, right?" And it was Walter. "You're here for Walter, right?" He goes, "I am. I'm here for the request he made for life insurance. You must be Mr. Walter. How you doing?" And she looked just, she was crying. She was crying. And I asked, "Is he able to come? Is he here?" And they said, "He's dead." And they said it in a way where it's like I should have known. And I was just guessing in my own space, at least 18 people at the house or more, all wearing black. I just didn't catch it, I guess. And they said, "I thought you were here to deliver a check for life insurance. We called the insurance company weeks ago. No one's got back to us. We thought you were from the company." And I was like, I called a week and a half ago to set an appointment with you guys. And I didn't say this, but in my mind, I was thinking, I called a week and a half ago to have an appointment, and someone told me no, to not come by. You didn't fill it out. And so I said, "No, I'm here for the request he made. I'm sorry for your loss. Is there anything I can do to help?" They brought out a policy. It was old. I called the company. They said it had lapsed, so he didn't get paid out from that company. But how many of you guys, if you called before, got told no, and you were an in-person agent, so you could have went out, and you didn't go? So I say that to say that if you don't get good at selling final expense life insurance, things like this might be your situation. And when I say get good, let me explain. You have to get good at dialing. You have to get good at inbound calls, outbound calls, sidebound calls. You have to get good at closing. If you can't get them to say yes, you are doing the family a disservice. I learned a long time ago, you have to help the client in spite of themselves. Life insurance agent, that's you. You have to learn how to help the client in spite of themselves. They're going to say no. This day, come back here, come back there. You have to be so good at your posture and your assumptiveness and your gregarious nature of people Everyone's doing it. I'm actually in the area already. I was gonna come by where to go. You have to be so good at closing, at getting to the bag, to help the family. Everyone you see gets life insurance. I used to sit in my car and I would give myself a little prayer. God, give me grace, give me brevity, give me clarity in my speech, articulation. God, let me move me out the way, help the family. Amen. Let's go. I would do that. If you have been in the car with me, I get very hyped up because I knew I need to get out the way. So if I can inspire you one thing, lean in for the next 20 minutes. Lean in. Lean in. Don't let my background, my shirt, my speech, the music you have, block everything out. I've written on my own pen over $400,000 life insurance. I've coached over 1,000 agents. I've made a lot of income selling life insurance, well over $500,000. I've had 50 grand, 60 grand, 80 grand months. I've had $68,000 months of personal production from selling life insurance. I didn't go to college. I'm from Oakland, California. I've been in trouble since I was in 5th grade. I've been shot twice. The devil is a liar. I'm a single parent. I'm a teen parent. And if I can make almost $1 million selling life insurance, you can too. And if you get good at it, what will happen is you'll be able to teach people. You'll help them solve their problem. And when I talked to a friend yesterday about Cutco. I sell Cutco, and I met Zig Ziglar for the first time in my life. And he said, if you help enough people get what they want, you will always get what you need. If you help enough people get what you want, you will always get what you need. So don't get good at selling life insurance just to make 6 figures. Get good at selling life insurance to help out families and to teach other people, because there is some agent out there that's an F minus. He's gonna go to someone's home, stammering, stuttering, all over the place, building rapport, not pushy enough, too pushy, saying the wrong thing, asking them is it okay to buy. He's gonna do all the wrong things. And if you teach him how to sell life insurance the right way, from your heart, right, from assumptiveness, he will solve the customer's problem. He will solve his money problem. You will get overrides. You will live a life of abundance, and so will he. And he will learn how to sell life insurance and to teach other people. So I'm gonna go over about 5 or 4 points. I'm gonna blast through this. Please stick with me, because if you get at this, you will win. So first thing first, you have to be assumptive. The best life insurance agents are assumptive, especially selling final expense. If they were gonna buy this on their own, they would already have it. So stop thinking you can do a very good presentation. You can do so good, and they're gonna go, oh yeah, I'll take $80 a month. You have to assume they want it. You have to be so good, you almost fall back to your chair if they don't say yes. Like, I literally, when they don't, like, hey Mike, so because, like you said, Mike, if you pass away, your wife, Sandra, does not have the funds for the burial. Like you said, you want to get a cremation. That's around 8 or 12 grand now. So what we're gonna do is show you 3 options, Mike: 20,000, 18,000, and 12,000. From there, Mike, you're gonna choose the best one for your family. Fair enough. Cool. I get to end the presentation. Mike goes, well, can I think about it? I go, like, think about who you want as a beneficiary. Like, think about how much you want to leave her. Oh no, like, if I want to get the what? Oh, the insurance. Oh, my bad. I'm confused. So you mentioned earlier that you didn't have it in place. Like you said, you wanted to make sure Sandra had enough money to pay for the cremation. Is that still the case? And you think she'll do the right thing with the money? Got it. So with that being said, what's better, 15,000, 12,000, or 10,000? See, I'm convinced they need it. So I don't get squirmy. I don't offer business cards. I don't get offended and start getting all weird and pressury. I know they need it. So you have to get assumptive. You have to assume they need it. You have to know that every single person in this model has filled out a request card or talked to an agent and was transferred to your phone for a reason. No one you see. You're going to have to paint the picture of how important this is. In fact, I say this often. Hey, Mike, so you're an adult here. I'm sure you would agree. I don't have to tell you how important this is. Mike, you're an adult. I don't have to tell you what happens if you pass away and Sandra does not have this in place. Hey, Mike, I'm sure you would agree that if she passed away right now, you obviously want her taken care of. See, I'm sure you would agree. Assumptive terms. That's called recommendation sales. If you know, there's a lot of guys teach this. Grant Cardone, Andy Albert, all these guys. MJ Durgan's guy I liked. Assumptive sales, right? Assumptiveness. No, excuse me. Recommendation sales. I'm assuming they want it, right? So get more assumptive, right? Now, let's dive into this. Why aren't you assumptive? Well, where I'm from, I'm passive. I grew up a little different. My culture, hey, I hear all that. You either catch the ball or you can't catch the ball. You're going to fight back or not fight back. Figure it out. Get better at it. If that is going to be the reason why you don't make income, is that going to be the reason why your family does not eat? Is that going to be the reason why the family does not have insurance? Because of how you may or may not have grown up. Right? So you want to get good at this. And the way you get good at anything is by focusing on it. You should have a sales Bible. You should have a notebook. You should have a journal. And before you take an appointment, read your sales Bible. Read your journal. It says, Claude, slow down. Breathe. Claude, close. Claude, don't give a business card. This was mindset. I would read that before every presentation, because I needed to put that at the forefront of my mind, because I'm a business card handler author. I'm a report guy. I want to know your cat's name, and I hate cats, right? I'll pet your cat. I'm all that guy. I needed to stop doing that. And I knew that just saying I'm going to stop doing it was not enough. I had to place it at the forefront of my mind at the beginning of every presentation. What do you have to place at the forefront of your mind? Now, so I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. A lot of teams, a lot of agency owners don't overly teach closing because they want you to grind it out. They want to tell you it's a numbers game. Some will, some won't. Check the stats. This group has had one of the top closing ratios in this whole company because, not because of me, but because the agents get it. They get why people need this. We close. We ask them 3 to 5 times until they say, you know what, it's getting late. Perfect. With that being said, what's better, A, B, or C? I'm here to help you out. If you hang up my face, you say, it's time to go, you stand up, that's different. I'm going to go after one more time, right? But I'm saying to say, the agents that have the highest belief level, is what I'm doing right or wrong? Is what I'm doing, do they need it or do they not need it? These are things that you have to cultivate. You have to enhance and cultivate your belief. You have to watch things on TV, on YouTube, on Instagram, on all these platforms that cultivate your belief. You can't be in a car on the phone with your girlfriend, or boyfriend, best friend, cousin, baby mama, gossiping, rap video before an appointment. You have to stay locked in. You have to cultivate your belief. I'm in a car listening to motivational talks, listening to podcasts in my industry, I'm looking at death stories. You heard it, death stories in their county. So when I drive to their home, I'll go, hey, how far is this from Cherry Street? Oh, yeah, I seen an accident last month. Unfortunately, it took 2 lives. Do you ever take Cherry Street? Oh, do you work, you're a glass blower? Oh, I read a story about a guy who had actually an arc flash electrician. Do you know what an arc flash is? I'm talking about death from the start. You need to season that meat. If you cook, you season the meat, right? You have to season the customer. I walk into a home. If I'm late, I'm never saying late. I apologize. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry I'm late. A car cut me off. I had to pull over. Deep breath. I almost went over the rail. It's crazy. Folks drive crazy in California. Whew. Sorry I'm late. I'm gonna always set the tone for my appointment because I need them to know this is important. So, are you enhancing your belief level, right? Watching things on TV, social media, or Google, just Google things about death in that county, about city. It helps you really believe that what you're doing is great, right? So assumptive is one, right? Questions, right? If some people have the belief that you should be talking at the customer a lot, and then like they're going 80% they're talking, 20% I'm talking. 80-20 rule. My 20%, I'm asking questions. Our presentation, the script you're gonna get is asking questions. It's asking lead-in questions. Does that make sense? Did you know this? Did you know that? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? Have you seen that happen? Have you seen that happen? They're gonna say yes or no. And I'm gonna ask them, is that what made you fill this out? Is that what made you call in? Is that important to you? What would you do if? What does that look like for you? You have to have a dialogue to you that you know this scenario 1,010 times. Claude, how can you close so well? Because I know when they die, what's going to happen. Hey, Mike, so when you pass away, I'm sure you know this, Mike, your wife's going to get a lot of letters the first couple of days, and most of them will be from creditors, bill collectors, because they think you guys have life insurance, and their goal is to have them get paid first. So, of course, like you said, you have your 401k, your job. Of course, you know 401k is giving something that she can get a portion of it out and pay taxes on it. And you know that your job insurance can take a while. What do you have right now to pay for the burial, the mortgage, and the bills you have accumulated? Well, what do you have, Mike, to pay those three things? Because I'm sure you know, Mike, that once you pass away, letters are going to come in. And the last thing she wants to see is your name in red for months at a time. I'm not sure if you knew that, but a lot of guys know that. Did you know that? See, oh damn, actually I did know that. Correct. So Mike, and I'm cold. I'm relentless. So Mike, with that being said, because you're going to get those letters, like you said, she doesn't work. Like you said, you don't believe in cremation. You want a burial. What do you have in place now that will help out Margaret? Not if, when you pass away and those letters come in. Staring at Margaret. Well, Claude, that's awkward. I would never want to be talked to that way. Well, you're not 84 years old buying Farm Spence and you have, COPD and you smoke cigarettes. That's not you, I hope. Right? So don't ever put yourself in the position of the customer. Oh, well, if I were them, Claude, I would never pay $150 a month for 10 grand worth of coverage. If I were them, I would never buy a policy that's graded. Bro, sis, you're not them. You're not them. So don't be an amateur and put yourself in their position emotionally or financially. Let them do them and you do you, right? Next thing, objections. So here's the good news, you guys. There is a script to follow. So these are mindset beliefs. I can tell you this. You can practice a script till you turn blue or pink. If you don't have the right mindset to where you are stuck, hell-bent on being relentless, being a killer, being focused, being there to help the client, doing whatever it takes to do what's best for them, your script don't matter. Because you're going to sound dry as hell, you're going to sound nervous as hell, you're going to make excuses, and you're going to always be, it's never going to be your fault. Like, I talked to agents for the last 8 years, nonstop. And I get it. And I'm not knocking nobody, but if you feel like every sale you don't get is the customer's fault, they're a waste of time, you couldn't have sold them yourself, you're soft. You gotta get better. Makes you quit. No, you have to get better. You have to really work at this. Now, if you say it's my fault, I'm working, that's a way different conversation. Because you know, hey, I keep getting punched in the face, pick my damn hand up. I fight, right? Pick your hand up, pick your hand up. Pick your hand up, boy. Right? Pick your hand up. You have to know where your blind spots are at. And this group, we train. We train, we have we talk, we have accountability, we train. You want to make sales or fix your blind spots, give me a call. Let's talk about it, right? Because if you don't know your hand is bleeding, you get blood everywhere, bro. You get blood everywhere, right? If you know you're bleeding, you have a chance to place a Band-Aid. Now, my first mentor, more so in YouTube than real life, man, once in real life, look at me, I see my convention, but in YouTube, Jim Rohn, he said, things get better if you get better. Don't wish it was easy, wish you were better. Don't wish the leads were better, wish you were better. It will never get easier. Here's the good news. The same objections a customer told me when I was broke and disgusted in my '04 Honda Civic stick shift, are the same objections I got in my 2024 Benz, 2021 Trackhawk, the same bucket car I was in to my appointments. I was in a foreign car. I got the same objections. Here's the good news. The same objections I got, they have not changed. Customers are not having customer gathering meetings like this to object you more in buying insurance. It's up to you to do the homework, to believe that this can solve every single one of your financial problems and lifestyle problems. If you get better, things will get better. I don't care what your problems are. I'm pretty convinced an extra $15,000 a month or a week will make your situation better. Money's not everything, but it's pretty damn important. So don't be the person that makes excuses why you don't sell to money not being that important to you. Oh, money's not important to me. Cool. Give it to me then. Shit, I'll take it. Give it to me. I'll take it. I pay my tithes. I pay my Lord, right? This ain't free, So, objections. I say all that to say that customers have not created no more objections. I want to think about it. When I ask my kids, I didn't fill it out. I don't need it. Let me ask my cousins, baby mama, pastor, friend, neighbor, enemy, spouse. It does not change. Those are called not objections. You have to ask better questions to get the real objection. Because if you don't get the real objection, as my friend Grant Cardone says, you're going to get that red herring. You're going to be pitching the whole time. Feel like I love when sales guys come work with me. Because sales guys, I can sell wire to a fish. I can sell air to air. They have it all figured out. And they're so narcissistic sometimes, including me. I'm a sales guy, right? We're so sales guy-ish, we forget to shut up and listen. We be in our mode, our sales mode, we forget. Has a customer talked? Have you asked them? Have you checked in with the customer? Hey, Mike, does that make sense? Hey, Larry, does that make sense? You didn't even check in with the customer. You lost them back there, bro. Go back and get them. Right? To even know what objection they're pondering about. Are you writing things down? Oh, okay. Cremation? Okay, got it. Now, Mike, are you single? Nice. Nice. Where you work at? Oh, you work at you okay, nice. Now you said your brother-in-law passed away? How long ago? Oh, last year? Did he have insurance? Oh, he didn't? Got it. No insurance. Got it. How old was he? 45? He have kids? No kids. I'm writing down everything. You look more astute. You are looking professional. And you are gaining information to use for them to get them to apply for insurance for their family. If you don't write things down, that says you're not listening. It says that your pitch is your pitch. Now, my pitch is my pitch too. Make no mistake. But when I'm writing things down, it appears, one second. Knowledge here. Knowledge, son, come here. Come here. Knowledge to your phone. When you don't write things down, it appears that, grab the phone, son, right here. If you don't write things down, and Greg, you could go grab a son, go up to your screen, please. If you don't write things down, it appears that you're not listening to them. Right here, baby boy. Go up to it. Hi, Mommy. So it appears you're not listening to them. So be very mindful of that. When you write the objections down, what they're telling you down, it gives you things to use later when they give you objections. So, Mike, I know you mentioned that your brother-in-law passed away at 45 years old. How was it for them and their family? Did you guys have did you already have any insurance in place, or nothing in place? Got it. So what happened? Oh, you guys had to wait for his job, and how long does that? Got it. So now, is that your goal for Mary when you pass away? You have to. Oh, of course not. Got it. I'm glad, because that was scary, bro. What's your plan? Is that what you wanted? Now, Mike, have you heard of a GoFundMe account? Yeah, that's when you pass away. They put your face on Facebook and ask for donations. Is that what you had in mind? Oh, not? Got it. So no GoFundMe account? Cool. So, God forbid you pass away, what happens for Sarah? That's bold. They filled it out. That's crazy. They filled it out. You are selling a solution for when they pass away, for tax-free money to be dispersed right away. Y'all know how important this is? I don't think you do. They have no other option unless you help them, especially in final expense insurance. Now, here's how objections work. They're excuses. This is the best objection that I got. This is one of the better objections I got, you guys. I don't have a bank account. Got it. Oh, do you have Direct Express? Like the card for Social Security? Nope, I don't got that either. Oh, so how do you cash your checks? Oh, when thank you, son. Oh, when I pass away, I go to check and cash, and I cash my check. Got it. So, Mike, what you're saying is that you care about Sandy. Reiterate what they just told you, Mike. So, what I'm hearing is that you care about Sandy, and you want to make sure when you pass away, she has this in place, so she don't gotta, have your face on the, internet to raise $8,000 in 2 days. Got it? The only reason why you're not getting this today is because you don't have a bank. Got it. No bank. So outside of that, is there any reason why you wouldn't get this for Sandy today? No? Perfect. Well, Mike, it's 2 o'clock now. I do have a customer at 2:45. Let's do this. I sent a Chase down the street. Let's go there. We'll get the count in about 10 minutes. Fair enough? I'll be in the car. I've done this twice in my career. Both I've done it on Facebook Live. Beast mode. Now this was years ago. It's not a race though. As Sohail Hamed, as Abel Abraham. Scroll my page. You see me in my car taking a picture of the customer walking to the bank. Because I'm gonna solve the problem. Because I know after bank account. Oh, you don't got a bank account? Let's solve that problem. I'm gonna help the customer inspire themselves. And both of them bought that insurance, walked to that bank. I set my car, played my phone, Candy Crush, waited there, chilled out. They came back, application in the car, signed, dropped them off, and scraped off. because I did whatever it took. And I believe Sam, Suhail's younger brother, did the same exact thing. Because it rubs off. Because it's doing the right thing. When you do the right thing, it's always the right thing. They need insurance. They need it. The only reason why you're not buying it because of no bank account, and I seen one, and I have a car, stop. Get a car, let's go. It's all good. I got you. No big deal. Right? Now, in closing, if you do good at setting the table, who knows what setting the table is? Who doesn't know? If you know what it is, raise your hand, right? Okay, got it. I got you. I can't see you, right? Setting the table is where you have let the customer know the rules of engagement. That's called earning the right to buy. You have to explain to them what the situation is about to be like. Yes, I'm from the Bay Area. What's about to be like? What's gonna be like? They have to know what's finna happen. Why am I gonna apply for insurance today or not today? Because the way I set up the appointment. I'm gonna say 3 things and we're done. If you say these 3 things, it may change your life. It may change your ability to close. It may change your earning potential. It may change your teaching potential. It may change your ability to drive what you want to drive, live where you want to live, eat what you want to eat, put your kids in the best schools. If you can ask these 3 questions, you will no longer hand your business card out. You will no longer have folks telling you they don't think about it. You will no longer have the come back next time. You will officially erase that from your verb. If you work with me and you want to know and you want to do big things, you have to know these 3 things. These 3 things are said before I build rapport, before I know their kid's name, their cat's name, how long they're in the military. These 3 things are said in every appointment, virtual, in person, on a boat, on a yacht, on a jet ski. I say these things every single appointment. I'm going to beg, if you want to close more, you say the same exact thing in this way or another way. Want to know what they are? Simple. So, Mike, today is going to be simple. I like to say the word simple. Why do you guys think I say the word simple over and over again? Hey, Mike, this is going to be simple. Hey, Mike, this is going to be simple. Yep, I'm going to simply be out of here quickly. I'm going to simply knock this out. I'm going to keep it very, very simple. I'm conditioning their mind to making a simple decision today. If you ever done any sale and you didn't get the sale, if you can track back what they said, they probably said this: "Hey, Mike, you did a good job, man. You gave us a lot to think about. You did a very good job. Can I have your card? Yeah, when I buy, it's definitely gonna be from you. You did a great job, man. You giving us a lot to think about. You did a horrible job. You talked too damn much and you over-explained it. Me, it's simple. Option B, all good. Social, banking. Hey, Claude, can you leave some? Because I want to eat. Shit. Done. Simple. Hey, Mike, this is going to be simple today. We're going to do 3 things. Health questions, and you're going to choose your beneficiary. Not apply. You're going to choose. You're going to effing choose. You're going to choose your beneficiary. So when you pass away, they know who'll get the money. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. I'm bossing up. You're going to choose your beneficiary. So when not if you pass away, not God forbid, stop acting like death is some faraway accident. Mike, today we're going to keep things very simple. You're going to choose your beneficiary. So when you pass away, the insurance company knows who to give the money to. Is that fair? Is that fair? I connected him with Simple. I connected him to the insurance company, and I connected the insurance company to his beneficiary. Hey, Mike, today we're going to keep things very simple. What you're going to do is you're going to show me, you're going to choose the amount you want to apply for. You're going to choose your beneficiary. So when you pass away, if you're not using your hands and homes, you are leaving money on the table. If you're not using your hands in Zoom, you are leaving money on the table. The same way I'm painting a picture as you guys, your beneficiary, the money for your family. Paint a picture with the customer. So Mike, today, we're looking at things very simple, right? You're going to choose the benefit you want your wife to get. What you're going to do is put down your beneficiary so the insurance company knows who to give the money to when you pass away. Does that make sense? If Mike goes, well, yeah, I want to think about it. Yeah, I want great. Yeah, stop. I'm going to stay right here and negotiate on these three things. Health questions, beneficiary, so the insurance company knows who to give the check to. I need Mike to agree with me. If Mike won't give you control right there, he won't give you banking. He won't give you banking. He won't give you social. You have to gain control from the very start. So Mike, today, we'll keep things very simple. What we're going to do is health questions. You're going to choose your beneficiary. So when you pass away, the insurance company knows who to give the money to. Does that make sense? Is that fair? Perfect. Second thing, Mike, if you don't get approved, no worries. I used to work with several different insurance companies. It's my job to shop around and find you the best rate today. Does that make sense? Mike wants to hear you're going to shop around. Any customer in any sales worst fear is being taken advantage of or making the wrong decision. He needs to know, Mike, in his mind, he's thinking, I want to shop around. I want to shop around. I'm going to speak to what he's already thinking about. The best way to get over any objection is by building the objection in your sales pitch. You mention the objection here, so it never comes up, right? So Mike, today, keep it very simple. We're going to put down your beneficiaries. So when you pass away, the insurance company knows who to pay out. Second thing, Mike, is you're going to do health questions. If you don't get approved, no worries. That's my job to shop around. That word is key, to shop around for you, because obviously you can't shop around by yourself because you're not an insurance agent. He's like, damn, I was going to Google this. I was going to shop around. Bro, no you're not, because I just told you you can't shop around because you're not an insurance agent. I just told you that I'm going to shop around for you because I'm an insurance agent. Does that make sense? He goes, yes, that makes sense. Perfect. Third thing, Mike, obviously this is your family, not mine. If you get approved for the benefit and you feel Sarah doesn't need it, you're going to refuse it with this form. So my boss, I did my job. You're out the system, so no one talks to you about death or bills ever again. Does that make sense? Mike, thirdly, this is your family, not mine. If you get approved for the benefit and you feel Sarah doesn't need this, you're going to refuse it with this form. So my boss knows I did my job. You're out the system, so no one calls you about death or bills ever again. Is that fair? Y'all, I'm so bold, I have their ass initial that. Initial here, initial here, initial here. I got them engaged. I got them listening. I got their attention. Hey, look at me. I got their attention. If you don't have their attention, it's your fault. If you are in a house, they're texting, talking, side conversations, all that stuff, y'all, it's your fault. Hey, get their attention. Hey, Mike. So when you pass away, is Sarah going to stay here or move with our family members? Got it. So stay in this home. I said back. So when you pass away, stay in this home. Perfect. I'm keeping their attention. So again, if you go over these three things in closing, it will dramatically have a positive effect on your career. If you don't, Say these 3 things. What you'll find is that you're doing a lot of talking, a lot of sales mode. You sell water to fish and air to God, but no money where it counts. Hey, Mike, so today, I'm going to keep things very simple. I have 18 people to see, literally, in the same town, so I'll be quick. First thing first, we're going to do health questions and beneficiaries. So when you pass away, the insurance company knows who you give the money to. Same thing, Mike. If you don't get approved, no worries. It's my job to shop around for you because I know obviously you want to shop around, and obviously you can't shop around without being a licensed insurance agent. Third thing, Mike, if you do get approved and you feel like, hey, you know what, Sarah, don't need this, she can figure it out, you'll refuse the benefit. So my boss, when I did my job, you're out the system, so no one calls you about death or bills ever again. Does that make sense? Perfect. Sign here. Sign. Initiative from Mike. Perfect. There's the thing. All right, Mike. Now we can talk. I have control. Hey, look at me. I have their attention, and they know I'm doing my job. You guys, if you get good at this, I mean, I can't even remember what it was to be an agent no more in a home. Getting texts on my computer. Sorry, I'm getting texts nonstop. I don't even remember no more what it was to be fearful about tomorrow, about selling. If I buy leads, what happens? If I call them, what happens? But if you have tried to sell insurance, before, and you didn't get trained like this, it was their fault. It wasn't your fault. It was their fault. They probably didn't sell a lot. They probably were soft. They probably never had to go out there and grind. I've had on my door red noses, yellow noses, and black and white noses. Now, different ball game. I may not have it all figured out, but I can sell some insurance. And if you're rocking with us, we can sell some insurance. We're gonna build an army of people, know how to sell, build a team, and pour into people. If you solve your money problems, you officially can help your family better. You can't help them with no check writing power. And all you gotta do is solve your problem on how to sell final expense insurance to have more check writing power, have more financial leverage. Like my first mentor Jerome said, build a financial wall around your family so nothing gets in. He said build a financial wall around your family so nothing gets in. We can do it. You can do it. The same objections I got, you guys are gonna get. So, hope this helped out. Hope this added value, you guys. Hope it wasn't too over the top. That's me. Is what it is, you know. Keeping the buck with y'all. Hope this helped out. Have a great evening. Look forward to our next training and how to keep it lit on the Mastermind Sales Training. Let's get it. Peace out.
Out there that need a game plan, I'm going to give